Pretty sure that Charlotte will fit nicely into the spooky month of October. I mean, one of the things about October, you got pumpkins. Pumpkins have lots of weird, crazy vines, and I guess Charlotte does as well, but hers are more thorny, spiky. But as it is, she's fitting right into nature's wrath for this nice discussion. So we've got a character who, she's been in there since about the beginning. Obviously, way back when we first saw the captains and what, like chapter 2. She's existed. We didn't get a whole lot about her until really the cave incident when her and Nozel and Jack all showed up to help Yami, and that's when we kind of found out some specifics about her character, like the fact that she acted very cool, calm, and collected on the outside, but on the inside, she loves Yami, but she gets very nervous about it, so she always tries to act way cooler than she actually is. Right here, this panel kind of like depicts more of her, a much more sporadic like mental state. Not like crazy. She just gets so panicky in the situation, and she just doesn't really know what to do. What's funny is that if you've read Tabata's previous work, Hungry Joker, this was a trait on one of the characters. This one guy, he had like sound powers, and he acted very cool. His whole thing was he was supposed to be like the cool guy of the group, but that was all like an act. Like in reality of what he was thinking, he was kind of like the panic, kind of like not very tough guy. He had like kind of like early Finral personality where he was always just freaking out about whatever situations he was in, but on the outside he acted like he was just some cool badass. But Charlotte, getting funny enough, she's very relevant right now. Well, I don't want to say really relevant. I want to say fairly relevant. She's important because we know about the curses. We know that curses are now being focused and spotlighted within the series. We're finding out stuff about forbidden magic. Forbidden magic being anything that kind of like messes with the natural flow of the world in Black Clover. And we actually found out that she was cursed all the way back in, I think, chapter 104, when she had her drinking contest with Vanessa. And you saw the first silhouette of that woman who cursed them. I guess she had a grudge against their family. And if you go back a couple chapters from the recent state, was I think 221, 222, I think it's 221, when she declares her love for Yami, and Yami ends up showing up shortly after, and they have a short conversation. She explains a little bit about that whole curse, and like the lady pretty much says like when she turned 18, she was the curse was going to activate, and she was going to kind of like lose control. And that's when her book changed from red to blue, which is really interesting because in volume 11, the cover is red because, red roses. That's the way her setup was initially, but it changed to a blue rose. I actually want to look into if there's any specific meaning behind, the difference between a blue rose and a red rose. There's probably some form of reasoning and not just colors. I don't know. But I did think that was really cool. I like that Tabata likes to do a little bit of play with the covers, not just of like the pictures on them, but we know that they're usually laid out with somebody's grimoire. So it's just pretty cool to see something like that. You got something that was laid back years ago, and now we're finally seeing fully well like how exactly it plays out. Her curse, though, that's what ended up leading her to really kind of like have her think for Yami, because when she lost control of her powers, and there's just like you just see like this big estate with thorns and briars coming out of it, and just slowly encroaching everything around it, and her not being able to control herself, and here comes Yami chopping his way in, and just being Yami. Yami's got this thing for making girls fall for him when he like busts into their rooms to be like, hey, what's up? Because that's what we got with Vanessa, but he got like kind of much more accidentally put in that situation. And here with Charlotte, it was just like he was just having like some lunch, and the thorns ended up like knocking his food all over him, and he just got mad. It's funny because even in the panel where he shows up, you can see he's got some form of stain on his shirt. So I was probably pretty pissed off, and he's talking to her, and she's like saying how it's a disgrace for someone like him to see her in the state where she can't control her magic and it's just going out of control. And she says pretty much how she's not going to be able to really deal with this. And Yami's just saying like you act really cool, you're really calm, collected, and I do like tough and strong girls, but at the same time, you should know that there are times when you can, lead on another person for help. Not everyone's gonna be 100% off on themselves the whole time. Everyone's gonna need some form of assistance. And Yami just has this kind of like automatic luck and like complete and total jadness when it comes to talking to this chick. Because even in the drinking contest, because we have Vanessa who drinks all the time, and we have Charlotte who we find out like is not good with alcohol, and she's like, but she really wants to win, and here comes Yami who just like takes her drink, starts drinking, and he's like, I can tell you're not very good with alcohol, so you shouldn't push yourself like this just cause. And again, he's doing manly stuff and that's completely swaying over this girl without meaning to, which is just I just find that part hilarious about it. It's kind of like with Asu's, where he keeps winning over these girls. He doesn't know he's doing it. It's not like he's putting on the moves. It's purely accidental. And a lot of time, it's not like him being like some big badass coming in to do things. It's him just kind of naturally performing, and yet winning them over all by coincidence. I do hope Charlotte ends up getting more screen time, because she is really interesting magic. I like her design. What's weird is I didn't really care so much for her weird bladed unicorn helmet, but I actually grew to really like it. I like the weird design, the blade coming out of that. And she's got like the braid coming down on the side. I do think that's kind of pretty cool looking. But the one thing that I really like about her character, because with the elves when they took over their bodies, they pretty much just, because of how powerful the elves were, they all had like an advanced version of whatever magic the user initially had. And I think that Charlotte has one of my favorite, well, not Charlotte, Carla. It's an advanced version of Charlotte's magic, but Carla is using it. Is that sick vine sword where she would like lunge, and then all the like briars would shoot out in different directions, like with great ferocity, just piercing anything it had, and then you probably could extend those spikes and all the thorns that were on those ones. There was a lot of really cool dynamic possibility and potential within that. It was really cool, and just kind of like the general layout of it. I would like to see what she's capable of. The fact that she is cursed, and we're gonna eventually figure out like what the deal is with that curse user that cursed her family. Are they related to the devils? Do they just know cursed magic? And like, how's that gonna be? Because there has to be a way to like pull her into the story, because she's one of the captains that hasn't gotten a whole lot of spotlight. Like Carla got more as the elf in her body than I think Charlotte did altogether. Like going back and looking, because I was like looking at Charlotte and I was like thinking about her character, and I was like, well, what has she really done in the story? Like, we haven't gotten a lot. We had like the initial little bit, like when the Eye of the Midnight Sun attacked the capital. We had that short showing when she went to go help Yami. I mean, really, like Carla did more in that short span of time with Charlotte's magic than Charlotte has so far. I think we only have like one named spell from her, and she used that when the Eye of the Midnight Sun attacked the capital way early on, and it was literally just like characters. This one right here, characters just showing like a spell, showing a little bit of their magic. But the thing is, obviously, Black Clover's not even close to ending. She's got more than enough room to be relevant. Maybe it'll be her turn next. I like her dynamic with Yami. I think she's pretty cool. I would like to see, again, more of what she's got. The fact that we haven't seen a lot from her, and yet we know she's obviously a captain. She's got this cool, weird vine whip sword, too. I'm very curious about that, because we see it as a straight sword when Carla's using it, but we haven't seen enough with Charlotte. But for Charlotte, maybe she'll be relevant in this arc. We're doing a lot with the Heart Kingdom, so it's kind of hard. Like, Yami, if Yami went, actually, it'd be pretty cool just because Yami's there. I think I would rather, like, if any of the captains show up to help them, it would be someone either, like, well, I would say, like, all the ones that I want, but I gotta go with, like, some form of, like, making sense and relevance, because I was gonna say Jack, but I'm like, how would Jack possibly fit into this arc? Charlotte, I can see, because, again, we know that she's cursed. There are ways to deal with curses, whether or not naturally taking them off. Well, I can't say naturally. More advanced taking them off, like the Witch Queen if she managed to talk to the Witch Queen, the Witch Queen could probably just dispel her. She seems fully capable of that. She did it with Asta. But it does need to be at some point a spotlight given her character. Because then she's got cool magic. It's nice to see. She's got a really nice design. The only worry that I have is if like her being in the spotlight means Soul will be nearby, and Soul is like my bottom ranked Black Clover character. It's funny because like I really like Charlotte, but I don't like Soul like at all. But again, that's just my opinion. I know there's probably going to be some fans of Soul somewhere in the audience that are really, hey, talking shit about Soul. I'm not talking shit. I just don't like her. But as it is, Charlotte, we'd like to see more of your character. We would really appreciate it if you would just, maybe just show up, fight some random bad guy. Maybe we get some scene kind of like when William, even though not actually, yeah, I'll put William below Soul. Soul, you can be second to last. William, you're a damn traitor. But maybe something like that, like when, Diamond Kingdom was attacking and we just got to see William do a little bit, but still like, do some cool stuff. Maybe we'll get to see that from Charlotte. I don't know. Maybe some Heart Kingdom stuff. Again, maybe it'll show up. Maybe it'll seem like Yami shows up to the scene, but it'll be Charlotte. We're going against this princess at some point, this princess of the Heart Kingdom. So, we need more girl fighters. How about that? I don't know. Either way, we'll see more about her at some point, because obviously Tabata has got plans for her character. She's gonna get more than someone like, Dorothy, even though I personally, I think I like Dorothy more than Charlotte, but Charlotte has more story weight to her because we know about the curses and the fact that she, eventually she's probably gonna hook up with Yami, I imagine. But as it is for now, comment below. Tell me what you think about the character. Tell me in the comments what your take is on her. Would you rather have her show up in the current arc? I think if any of the captains, logically, again, I'm not just gonna throw Jack in there. Any logical captain showed up in this arc to come help, I think it would be Charlotte, because we've already seen a lot of like Yami, Marileona, Nozel. I don't know why Nozel would show up, but I like Charlotte. I like the idea of Charlotte popping up and it had something to do with curses, and we get to see some cool Thorn stuff. Please. Anyway, comment below. Tell me what you think in the comments, and thumbs up the video. Friend the like button, subscribe button, and check out my other videos. I appreciate everyone who's already subscribed, and I thank you all for listening. Bye.